Okay. Assalamualaikum students. Beta, yesterday I have started the topic of resistors. Like what are resistors? Resistors are those electrical components which can resist the electric current. Okay, I'm repeating. Resistors are those components which can resist the electric current in the circuit. All right. Resistance and current are inversely proportional to each other. I'm repeating. Resistance and current are inversely proportional to each other. If resistance is greater, so it means it will resist more current in the circuit, so current will be smaller. Okay. Acha, there are two types of resistor. Number one is called fixed resistor. Fixed resistors are those resistors whose resistance is fixed in the circuit. It will not change. Okay. And the second type of resistors are called variable resistors. Variable resistors are those resistors whose resistance can be changed within the circuit. All right. The fixed variable resistors are those resistors whose resistance can be changed within the circuit. It means while we are working with a circuit, we can change the resistance of the variable resistor. But fixed resistor has fixed value. All right. Acha, variable resistor is further divided into two categories. Number one is called rheostat. Rheostat is very old component, beta. It's right now they are obsolete. All right, and they are not that much included in your syllabus. But the second type of resistor is called potentiometer. It's also a variable resistor, that is potentiometer. It is also called potential divider as well. Potentiometers are this one. They are used to divide the voltage. They are used to change the resistance of a circuit. All right. Potentiometers are variable resistor which is used to vary the resistance, and this is the symbol of variable resistor. Especially in ATP, this symbol can be asked that what is the symbol of variable resistor. All right, students. So potentiometer is a type of resistor whose resistance can be changed within the circuit. All right. Acha, now students, a resistance of any conductor depends upon certain factors. So now in today's class, we will discuss what are the factors that can affect the resistance of any wire. Like if I'm using a wire in the circuit, so a wire will also have certain electrical resistance. So this wire resistance depend upon four factors. I'm repeating students, wire resistance depend upon four factors. Number one, length. Number two, area. Number three, temperature. And number four, type of material. These are the four factors which can change, which will be changed so that the resistance of a wire will be changed. All right. So now students, we will discuss all these four factors one by one, that how it can change the resistance of any. So first of all, students, I will talk about the length. Okay. So those students who have joined late, I am repeating right now. I am discussing what are the factors that can affect the resistance of a wire. Like for example, if I am drawing a simple circuit, this is a DC battery. All right. This is a fixed resistor. And now students, I am connecting one wire here. This wire labeled as AV, and this wire has certain electrical resistance. So basically right now we are using this wire as a resistor. So obviously wires can be used which has certain resistance as a resistor. So now students, this wire resistance can be changed by changing four factors. The number one factor is length of a wire. So students, length and resistance are directly proportional to each other. I am repeating, length of a wire and resistance of a wire, they are directly proportional to each other. If length will be double, so resistance will be doubled. If length will be half, so resistance will be half. So now I am writing here that resistance and length are directly proportional to each other. Like for example, this is a wire with length 1 centimeter. Alright, and its resistance is 2 ohms. All right, this is a wire with length 1 centimeter and its resistance is 2 ohm. Now I'm using an wire of same material. So now you can see this wire has twice length as compared to the first wire. This wire has twice length as compared to the first wire, so its resistance will be double. All right, students. So instead of, as you can see, the length has been increased 2 times, so the resistance will be also increased 2 times. So resistance will become 4 ohm. Because the students' resistance and length are directly proportional, so if the length will be double, so resistance will be double. If length will be half, so resistance will be half. Are you understanding this thing, students? Okay, now the second factor which we will discuss here, the second factor is area and diameter. Area or diameter of a wire. Okay, now I'm discussing the second factor, which is area or diameter of wire. So area or diameter of wire are inversely related with each other. I'm repeating, area and resistance of a wire are inversely related with each other. Like resistance and area are inversely proportional. Inverse means if the area will be double, so resistance will be half. Okay, students? If area will be double, so resistance will be half. Like for example, this is a wire. It has area 1 meter square. Meter square is the unit of area. Okay. And this wire has a resistance 10 ohm. Alright. Now I'm using another wire of same material, but now you can see I have doubled the area has been doubled. So you can see resistance and area are inversely related, students. So if area is doubled, so resistance will become half. It means 10 divided by 2. So we will get the resistance 5 ohm. So basically by doubling the area, we are decreasing the resistance of a wire. So I'm repeating, students, resistance and area are inversely proportional to each other. If area is increasing, so resistance will decrease. If area will exactly become double, so resistance will decrease 2 times. If area is increasing 4 times, so resistance will decrease 4 times. Okay, students? Now the next thing is, what is the relation between diameter and resistance? तो देखिए बेटा, resistance and diameter square are inversely related with each other. Okay, resistance and diameter square are inversely related. So it means, students, if diameter will be double, so resistance will be decreased 4 times. All right, like if I'm saying, if I'm increasing the diameter 2 times, so if I put the 2 here in this formula, so 2 square will become 4. 2 square will become 4. So it means resistance will be reduced 4 times. So resistance and diameter square are inversely related with each other. If diameter will increase, so it means the wire is getting thicker, so resistance will decrease. Clear, students? Please note down each and everything. Then Ishal, note down each and everything, beta, whatever I am discussing with you. I am repeating. I am repeating. Resistance and length are directly proportional. If length is double, length of a wire is double, so resistance will be also doubled. If length of a wire is decreasing, so resistance will also decrease. It is showing a direct relation. Okay. And what about area? Area and resistance are inversely related with each other. Okay, area and resistance are inversely related. If area will be double, so resistance will become half. Okay, and what is the relation between resistance and diameter square? Resistance and diameter square are inversely related. Okay, you can see if the diameter is twice, so resistance will be decreased 4 times. Okay, students, or if diameter is decreased, So it means, students, resistance will increase. So they are inversely related with each other. So I have discussed two factors with you. Area and diameter are lying in the same category. Alright, the first factor is length. Second factor is area or diameter. Now I am going to discuss the third factor with you, which can affect the resistance of a wire. The third factor is temperature. Temperature. So temperature and resistance are directly proportional. Directly proportional means if the wire will become heat up, if the wire temperature will increase, so its resistance will increase. Alright, students, if wire temperature will increase, so its resistance will increase. So I am repeating, temperature and resistance are directly proportional. Hafsa, Assalamu alaikum. Beta, you joined late today. Temperature and resistance are directly proportional. If the temperature will increase, so resistance will also increase. Clear, students? Acha, the fourth factor which I want to add here, what is the fourth factor, students? The fourth factor is type of material. Type of material, like which material we are using to make a conductor or which material we are using as a resistor. Like resistors are those conductors whose conductivity is very low. Like if I make a resistor of copper wire, so obviously copper is a good conductor. It will not resist the electric current. So it means resistors should be made up of those conductors whose electrical resistance is high. It means their conductivity is low and their resistivity is high. Alright. So type of material. Acha, if the material is same, so their resistance will remain same. Their resistivity same. Resistivity means opposite of conductivity. Conductivity means that how much current any conductor can flow through it. So it will be a good conductor. So resistivity means how much resistance a conductor can offer, that is defined as resistivity. Alright. So resistivity is opposite to conductivity. Conductivity means how good the conductor is. And resistivity means how bad the conductor is, that it will offer more resistance. It will not allow electric current to pass through it. Is it clear to you, students? Did you understand these 4 points? Okay, good. All right. Now, students, what I have discussed so far with you, I discussed the first point that resistance and length are directly proportional to each other. If the length will increase, resistance will increase. So, I am labeling this equation number 1. Okay. Second factor which I discussed with you, that resistance and area are inversely related with each other. If area will be double, so resistance will become half. So now I am labeling this second equation. If I combine both equation, so now I can write here resistance is proportional to length upon area. Okay, resistance is proportional to length upon area. All right. Now students, we will remove the proportionality sign. So if we will remove the proportionality sign, so we have to use the constant here. So which constant we will use? I am using a constant here, and that constant is called rho. You can see, students, I am using a constant here, and all the other variables will remain same, like length, area, all other variables will remain same. This symbol is called resistivity. This is called resistivity. This letter is rho. It's a Greek letter. It is rho, like omega, like alpha, like beta, like gamma. These all are Greek letters. But this symbol is representing resistivity of a conductor. Resistivity means how much electric resistance any conductor can offer per unit length, that is defined as resistivity. All right. So if the resistivity will be greater, so it means it will not allow electric current to pass through it. Students, are you understanding this formula? we will use this formula beta to solve numericals. We will use this formula to solve numericals. Please note down R is resistance, rho is resistivity, L is the length of a wire, and A is the area of wire. Okay. Acha, what is the unit of resistivity? What is the unit of resistivity? As I told you, resistivity is defined as resistance offered per unit length. It means 1 meter length can offer how much resistance. It is defined as resistivity. Alright. If I want to derive the unit of resistivity, like we know that the students area unit, resistance unit is ohm, length unit is meter, area unit is meter square. But what is the unit of resistivity? So now student, I am putting other values, other units in this equation to find the unit of resistivity. So our resistance is ohm. We have to find the unit of resistivity, alright, and the unit of length is meter, and the unit of area is meter square. Alright student. So this meter and this square will be cancelled. Okay. So which term is remaining only? Resistivity. This meter is dividing here. On the other side it will be multiplied and we will get the unit of resistivity. So resistivity is equals to ohm meter. Unit of resistivity is ohm meter. Students, please note down these things. Beta, it's very, very important. Unit of resistivity is ohm meter. Ohm is the unit of resistance and meter is the unit of length. So it means how much resistance an electric conductor can offer in 1 meter length, that is defined as resistivity. All right. Now students, we will use this formula and we will use these 4 factors to solve different types of numericals. Can I clear the screen, everyone? Alright. Now students, I have added lots of past paper questions here. So we can use these questions to understand this concept. Now you can see question number 2. In question number 2, they are saying a wire has a certain electrical resistance. The diameter and length of the wire may be changed. So we know that the students, that length and resistance are directly proportional and diameter, square and resistance are inversely proportional. Which pair of changes must cause the resistance of wire to increase? Okay, Hafsa, Ayan, let me check beta. We have to increase the resistance of wire. So देखिए बेटा, as they have mentioned the length and diameter here, and I told you that resistance and length are directly proportional. So if I want to increase the resistance, so it means length should be increased. So answer can be B or answer can be D. But what about diameter? Resistance and diameter square are inversely related. Inversely related. So it means we have to increase the resistance. So diameter should be reduced because they are inversely related. So it means students, B is the correct answer. Well done Hafsa. Well done Ayan. B is the correct answer. Students, did you understand this question? Everyone, Vania, Khatija, Aiza, did you understand these questions, beta? Okay, good. All right. Now I'm going to clear the screen and let's have a look on the next question, question number 5. In question number 5, they are saying the table describe 4 different wires. They all are made from the same metal. देखिए बेटा, if all the wires are made up of same metal, so it means they will have same resistivity. I'm repeating students, if all the wires are made up of same metal, so it means they will have same resistivity. So resistivity will be same for all wires. Now they are saying which wire has the smallest resistance? Smallest resistance. and they have given us the length and diameter. तो देखिए बेटा, I told you the relation that resistance and length are directly proportional, and we need to find the smallest resistance. तो देखिए बेटा, if I want to find the smallest resistance, so length should be smallest because they are directly proportional. So obviously, well done beta students, well done. So answer can be A or answer can be B, because you can see one length is 2 meter and other is 3. So 2 meters is smallest. So that's why answer can be A or B. And what about the diameters? As I told you, there is an inverse relation between resistance and diameter square. So it means if I want to decrease the resistance, because we have to find the smallest resistance now. So if I want to decrease the resistance, so diameter should be greater or diameter should increase. Diameter should increase. So well done everyone. B is the correct answer. Well done, beta. B is the correct answer. Understood? Ishal, are you understanding? Yes, Ishal. Okay. Now I'm moving towards the next question. In the next question, question number 15, they are saying which sample of copper wire has the greatest electrical resistance? So now students, we have to find the greatest resistance. Greatest resistance. Again, length is given, diameter is given. तो देखिए बेटा, I told you resistance and length are directly proportional. We need to find the greatest resistance here. Greatest resistance. So it means we need to increase the resistance. So length should be also greatest, because greatest length will provide greatest electrical resistance. So it means answer can be C or answer can be D. Now they have given us the diameter of wire. Okay, beta, let me check. Diameter of wire. So resistance and diameter square are inversely related with each other. So देखिए, we have to find greatest resistance. Greatest resistance. So diameter should be smallest. So among 2 and 4, 2 is the smallest diameter. So it means yes, students, C is the correct answer. Well done, Vania. C is the well done, Pagdaman Hafsa. C is the correct answer. Understood? Zen, are you understanding these questions? Yes, Zen. Okay. Now let's have a look on the other question. This question is little bit different as compared to the previous one, because here we have to do the calculation. In this question number 10, they are saying a 1 meter length of wire of cross sectional area 0.40 millimeter square has a resistance of 2 ohms. So now students, you have to make data with me. Length of wire is 1 meter and area is 0.40 millimeter square. Acha, in this type of question, don't need to convert the area from millimeter square to meter square. Don't need to convert it, because when we will solve it, so it will be cancelled. So we don't need to convert into meter square. ठीक है, हम इसको ऐसे ही solve करेंगे. And this wire resistance is 2 ohm. Now they are saying what is the resistance of 0.50 meter length of wire. Now there is one more wire and it is made up of same material. So same material means students resistivity will be same, because say if the material is same, so resistivity will be same, and the cross sectional area is given 0.80 millimeter square. We have to find the resistance of this new wire. तो देखिए बेटा, I told you the formula already in the previous case that R is equals to rho L upon A. So what I will do beta, with this data I will find the resistivity, because the wire is made up of same material, so resistivity will be same. So R is 2 ohm, resistivity we have to find, length is 1 ohm, and area is 0.40 millimeter square. So now students, this term is dividing here. On the other side, it will be multiplied. So resistivity is 0.8. Half side is given in the question. Alright, resistivity is 0.8. Okay, so same resistivity I will use here because the wire is made up of same metal. Wire is made up of same metal, so resistivity is same. Now students, I will use the formula again. R is equals to rho L upon A. We have to find the resistance here, and resistivity is 0.8, length is 0.5, area is 0.8. So now students, when we will solve it, we will get the resistance 0.5 ohms. So it means A is the correct answer. Understood everyone? A is the correct answer. Did you understand this question everyone? Clear? Acha, there is one direct method as well which we can use to solve this question, but sometimes this method will not be effective. So try to use this calculation based method, okay? Alright, now students, I am going to clear the screen. I hope you all have noted down. I am moving towards the next question. In the next question, question number 16, they are saying a piece of wire has a resistance 16 ohms. So now this is a piece of wire. Its resistance is 16 ohm. Its length is not given, so I am supposing its length is L and its area is A. Now they are saying another wire made from the same metal. So wire is made up of same metal, so it means their resistivity will be same. It has the length 4 times the previous one. So there is one more wire. Alright, it's made up of same material, but the new length of the wire is 4 times the previous length. I'm using the letter L dash here. L dash is the new length. And area is twice the cross-sectional area. So new area is twice the cross-sectional area. We have to find the resistance. Can anybody tell me what is the right answer? Yes, I am. Yes, the students. What answer we are getting here? देखिए, we can use the direct method here to solve this question. I'm telling you the direct method. देखिए बेटा, as I told you that length and resistance are directly proportional. So here you can see the length is L and here the length has been increased 4 times. It means if I will multiply the length by 4, so now the new length is increased 4 times. And we know that students that resistance and length are directly proportional. So if length has been increased 4 times, so resistance will be also increased 4 times. So new resistance will become 16 multiplied by 4. Alright, but resistance does not only depend upon length, it depends upon area as well. Alright, so now you can see area is A here and here in new wire area become twice. So students, resistance and area are inversely related. So it means if area is double, so resistance will be divided by 2. Like if the area is multiplied by 2, so resistance will be divided by 2 because they are inversely related. So when we will solve it, we will get the answer 32 ohms. We will get the answer 32 ohms. So yes everyone, B is the correct answer. If you are not understanding this question, you can ask me. I can explain you again with the other method. Is it clear to you? Everyone. We can solve this method with another way as well. Like for example, they are saying the resistance of a wire is 16 ohm, its length is L and area is A. So what I will do, I will find the resistivity first. I will use the formula R is equals to rho L upon A. So we have to find the resistivity, so we will make it independent. R is 16, area will move on the other side, it will become 16A, and length will move at this side, so it means students resistivity of the first wire is equals to 16A upon L. Okay? Now if I'm talking about the new wire resistance we have to find. Its length is 4 times, area is twice, and resistivity will be same. So we can write the resistivity 16A upon L. So now students, I will use the formula again. R is equals to rho L upon A. Instead of rho, I will write 16A upon L, and length is 4 times, area is 2 times. Now student, let's solve this. L and L will be cancelled, area and area is cancelled. 2 1 times 2, 2 2 times 4. So again 16 multiplied by 2, we will get the resistance 32 ohms. Again we are getting B. Clear everyone? So you can use any of the method which you are finding the easier, alright, to solve this type of question. Done students? Okay, now let's have a look on this question, question number 36. Which one is the correct answer? I need response from everyone. Which one is the right answer? Well done. C is the correct answer. Well done, everyone. As I told you, resistance is directly proportional to length and inversely proportional to area. Good. Well done. Now look at the next question. Number is not mentioned. Okay, beta. The diagram shows a piece of metal resistance wire. Which wire made up of the same metal and has a smaller resistance? Smaller. So here students, we have to find a smaller resistance. So for smaller resistance, length should be smaller or length should be same. Length should not be greater, because if the length will be greater, resistance will be greater. So देखिए बेटा, C or D cannot be a right answer, because here the length is increasing. So obviously when the length will increase, resistance will increase. So answer can be A or answer can be B. To find a smaller resistance, diameter should be larger. Exactly. A is the right answer. Diameter should be larger because they are inversely related with each other. Okay. So I hope now this concept is clear to you. There are some more questions. A student has a wire of different length and different diameters. The wires are all made up of the same metal. Same metal means they all have same resistivity. Now the student measure the resistance of one wire. Which wire has greater resistance? Greater resistance. तो देखिए बेटा, greater resistance means length should be greater. Alright, length should be same or length should be greater. Wire should not be a shorter wire, because shorter wire will offer less resistance. So A or B cannot be a right answer. तो देखिए बेटा, they are saying a wire of same length. So if the wire is made up of same length, well done everyone. So it means diameter should be smaller, because a smaller diameter will offer greater resistance. So now this topic is clear to you. So I'm leaving these questions, beta. You can attempt these questions as a homework. Now I'm moving towards the next topic, that is Ohm's law. Ohm's law. Ohm's law statement can be asked in your exam beta in theory paper. What is Ohm's law? Ohm's law states that current through a conductor is directly proportional to the voltage across the conductor. Alright, and Ohm's law is only applicable when temperature of a component will remain constant. क्या मतलब? देखिए बेटा, Ohm's law is telling us that suppose that this is a battery and this is a fixed resistor. Okay. Current is flowing through this circuit from positive terminal of a battery to negative. So it means, students, if the current will increase, so the voltage means potential difference across this resistor will also increase. So it means if I study a relation between voltage and current across any component, so voltage and current are directly related with each other. They are directly related with each other. The greater will be the current, the greater will be the potential difference across this resistor. Alright. So it means if I will remove the proportionality sign, so we have to use the constant here, and the constant is R. It means this equation can be only applicable if resistance of this resistor is constant. Because if resistance will be changed, current will be changed, so we cannot apply Ohm's law in that situation. तो देखिए बेटा, ओम्स लॉ को स्टडी करने के लिए टू फैक्टर्स मस्ट रिमेन कांस्टेंट. नंबर वन, टेम्परेचर, and number two, resistance itself. Because if the temperature will change, तो देखिए अभी हम ये पढ़ते हुए आ रहे हैं कि अगर टेम्परेचर इंक्रीज होगा तो रेजिस्टेंस इंक्रीज होगी. ठीक है. तो इट मीन्स इफ टेम्परेचर विल बी चेंज, सो रेजिस्टेंस विल बी चेंज. सो वी कैन नॉट अप्लाई द ओम्स लॉ. ठीक है. सो इट मीन्स टू स्टडी द ओम्स लॉ, टेम्परेचर ऑफ डिवाइस शुड रिमेन्स कांस्टेंट. So those devices who easily get heat up while working with the circuit, we cannot apply Ohm's law on this. Second factor is resistance. If Y resistance is changing, so we cannot apply Ohm's law. Is it clear to you, everyone? This is a very famous equation which we will use to solve different numericals. Alright, V is equals to IR. V is potential difference, I is current, and R is fixed resistance. Alright, which value will remain constant. Okay. Acha, now students, there is a term that is called ohmic conductor. What are ohmic conductors? Ohmic conductors are those conductors which obey Ohm's law. Ohm's law means whose resistance will not change. देखिए बेटा, Ohm's law की दो conditions है. Temperature should remain constant, resistance should remain constant. So if those conductors whose temperature is not changing, whose resistance is not changing, they are obeying Ohm's law. Such conductors are called ohmic conductors. Like fixed resistor. Fixed resistor is called ohmic conductor because it obeys Ohm's law. But what about non-ohmic conductors, students? Those conductors which do not obey Ohm's law are called non-ohmic conductor. And why they are not obeying? Because their temperature can be changed. They can easily get heat up. Or their resistance can be, because of the change in temperature, their resistance will be changed. So we cannot apply Ohm's law on such equipment, alright, on such components. Is it clear to you, students? Acha, what is your homework today, beta? I will send you one topical file of current and electricity, theory file and MCQs file. You have to practice those questions, alright. Inshallah, we will continue on Tuesday. Alright, and we will discuss transducers as well. Okay. Or series and